Today we're looking at a 6-bedroom HMO conversion that we've done. So we've taken from 2 bedrooms, mid-terrace property, to 6 bedrooms with 6 en suites. Yep, 6 en suites. So the first thing you'll notice on both these properties here, the first thing itself is obviously we've rendered out the whole front of it. Now we've done it on a wet dash. The reason for it's more hard wearing on the property. Now, the reason why we actually done that in the first place, we actually extended out by 1 meter, okay? Well, this property was actually extended out already, but what we did for the others is we actually mirrored it across as well. So we've done that all under permitted development and prior approval notice as well. As we go through the rest of the property, we look at what else structural changes we've done to this property. Now what you'll notice is we're actually going to be looking into the middle property over here. We've got 3 identical properties in the front that we've also converted as well. We finished this one first as a 5-bedroom HMO with 5 en suites, and on the end we've got 6-bedroom HMO with 6 en suites, all the license itself. That one's fully rented, and so is the one on there. We've just finished this one and the first tenants have moved in. So let's jump inside and have a look at the property. So this 2-bedroom mid-terrace that we've converted to a 6-bedroom HMO with en suites had a lot of challenges with it to come with it. However, we've executed in a beautiful way where we've got good sized double bedrooms throughout the whole property and utilising every space within the property under permitted development. Now, as I come into the entrance of the property, to the left of myself, obviously we've created this partition wall to create bedroom number 1 with the actual ensuite. So we'll go into that in a minute and have a look at it. Now, with all our communal hallways itself, we put down a actual commercial grade matting, really hard grade, so we can actually collect all the dirt, etc., and protect all the other carpets around the property. And at the entrance, if we can, we try and put the consumer units as well as the fire system. Now, because this is a 6-bedroom HMO over 3 floors, we actually have to do a grade A LD2 system, and all that means is a 5-panel system. We've got smoke alarms in every single property, in every single room, and a heat detector in the kitchen area, and that allows us, and that has to be tested once every week as well. So that way we can make sure that fire safety is really important. Now, one thing you'll notice over here, we've got the stairs in the centre of the property. What we did is we actually had to move that forward slightly by 1 foot from the centre of the actual centre of the property, so backwards, to create more room on the top front room, which we'll look at a bit later on. Now, what we had to do is, because this is the main fire exit area, we had to make sure that we fireboarded the whole staircase from here. So we've got an 18mm actual strengthening board itself, so we've got OSB board, and then we've got a 12.5mm fireboard all the way up on both sides itself. And then obviously all this has been fireboarded as well, because it's the main exit out of the actual property. So let's jump into bedroom number 1 and let's have a look at that one. So bedroom number 1's worked out nicely. Really happy with how it's actually worked. Now what you'll find is that all the bedrooms are pretty much mirrored on this side, except to the top floor. That's where it's going to change a lot more, which we'll talk a bit more how the build works, etc. Now all the en suites, apart from the middle floor to the rear, are all stacking on top of each other. So we're able to get the waste out very easily through the centre of the property, and they have a sweep and bend external, and make sure we've got access points as well. So if the event of a blockage or anything like that, it can be easily rodded out at every single point. So we've got the ensuite over here to my left, and in all the en suites in this property, what we've actually done is we've actually cladded the full property. We love the cladding because it's very easy to use. It's actually very durable now, especially if you go for a good quality cladding itself. And we're able to seal the whole bathroom, so if the fans don't get used for whatever reason, that if say mold does occur, it can be easily wiped off and cleaned, rather than say get into the plaster and then having to adjust plaster, damage the plaster work, etc., and having to reskim and redecorate. So for us, it makes sense when it comes to HMOs. You get in different colors, different styles, etc. For this one, we've gone for a dark gray. It's called abstract gray, and with the gray, the black edgings as well. Now, in all our bathrooms, we also put it in LVT, which is basically a vinyl click, very hard wearing, and normally come with a 15 to 25 year guarantee on the actual materials itself as well. So thinking about longevity is really important throughout all properties, and we'll talk a bit more about that as we go through this property and this 6-bedroom HMO. Let's jump into the kitchen communal area and we'll look at bedroom number 2 after that. Okay, so we're in the center of the property now, the kitchen communal area. So what we've noticed is we've actually got this center aisle of the actual property. We're able to kind of do any dishes here itself. We've also, because it's a 6-bedroom, we've put in a dishwasher as well, which is located in the back of the property, just under the boiler. Now what you notice is that in a 6-bedroom HMO, generally what you need is 2 kitchen packs. So 2 ovens and hobs and 2 ovens and 2 hobs and 2 extractor fans. Now, what we've actually done is that we can actually put in a 6 gas burner, which is also combines with HMO regulations, and we only needed 2 ovens, which are housed just over here, stacked on top of each other. Now, it's important to make sure you've got enough cupboard space for all your tenants, regardless of what size HMOs you do. So there's enough cupboard space just for obviously all the utensils, etc. And each tenant has their own decent sized cupboard in here as well. So there's more than enough cupboard space for them. Now, what we've also done is we've created the centered aisle, which we've got a breakfast bar over here. And because we've actually got a step up into this sector here, what we've done is we've been able to get the breakfast bar in here, but just using normal chairs at a decent height itself. So the communal area, yes, it is small, but still works really, really well. This is way above the square meters for the actual HMO conversion requirements for a license itself. Now, what you'll notice here, originally, what we had is the original back of the house. So as I'm standing over here, this was original wall. So we've got 2 steel beams going across this way. We've got 2 steel beams going straight across there. This allowed us to actually extend back towards where in front of me and create this open space itself. And then to the rear of the property, where bedroom 2 is just off the kitchen, is we've been able to extend out there and get prior approval notice, and then able to do an extension to the rear with a bedroom and an ensuite as well. Now, you'll notice obviously just next to the TV itself, we've actually got the, in this cupboard over here, we've got the hot water cylinder tank. Now that allows us to give, it's an unvented system, which means there's pressure throughout the whole system, and it allows a consistent pressure of hot water to every shower, and we can use it all in mix and shower, and there's no electric showers as well. So it provides a better experience and a better thing for the tenants, which they're really, really happy about. Now, the other thing that we've done in the property is obviously we've got supplied everything with regards to utensils or plates, etc., just like we do with all our HMOs. Because the types of tenants are actually professionals, we supply everything for them and they look after the properties as well. So we've got the first tenant actually moved in, they're out at the moment. Now, if you do notice a little bit of yellow on there, all that is just because we're having to give that another coat because there's a couple of marks and we're not happy about, and we've just taped it up so we don't actually create extra work for us. So let's go jump into bedroom 2 and have a look at that. So welcome to bedroom number 2. This is this second smallest bedroom of all the bedrooms. So try and stick to 10.22 square meters wherever you can or more. In this case, this is just under, I think it's about 9 square meters. It's quite a narrow room, but it's very cozy, and it's still, this is a double-sized bed. So it's a decent sized bed, and we've got a floating shelf there with the actual lamp over there as well. Now, for this property, we've gone for slightly different furniture. We've gone for concrete style furniture with black handles on the actual cupboards and the bedside tables. Now, in all our actual bedrooms, we always put smart TVs in as well. This one obviously is on a pivot, so they can actually move it around wherever they want to. And to the rear of here, because this is all, everything that you see behind here is all brand new extension. We've got a warm flat roof on top as well, the 120mm insulation, and we've got 63mm insulation on the inner skins, as well as 100mm insulation in the cavity to meet building regs from there as well. The 63mm was an extra thing that we wanted to do just to save on heating costs, etc. We do notice a massive significance in regards to the heating and the building. To the rear of here, obviously we've got the ensuite. To the left of me, we've got the actual shower. It's a nice 800 square shower with a bifold door, and then behind me is the toilet and the basin itself. Now with this property, what we've done is we've cladded all the actual ensuites. We'll show you a little bit more further down the line. So bedroom number 4 is the second largest bedroom of the lot. This bedroom is going to get about £150 per week for this specific room. So it's going to work out nicely and help the property cash flow very, very nicely. Now what you'll notice throughout this whole property, because we've taken this all back to brick, we've got a 63mm insulation on all the outer skins, okay? So what that means is we've got a 50mm insulation with a 12.5mm plasterboard on these outside of the walls. This helps with insulation and more efficiency through the properties. And what we found from personal experience in our HMOs is actually it's brought our bills down quite considerably, also with the help of Inspire Home Automation. Now we've been using Inspire Home Automation thermostats for a very long time now, for a couple of years, and we found a 30 to 50% saving within the gas consumption. So when you're paying bills in a property and using LED lights throughout the whole property, it's really important to look at efficiencies from there. Now, one thing I'd recommend all HMO landlords to do is in the actual communal areas, specifically in the hallways where there's loads of foot traffic, is making sure that you use PIR sensors or microwave sensored lights. That way you've got they're on timers and you save a lot of electricity, and there's not lights left on all the time burning money all over. So thinking about LEDs, more efficient, good for the environment as well as your insulation, getting those EPC ratings. Now this property will probably get a very high C to low B, and for the actual EPC rating, which is great. The only thing extra we can do is put solar panels on top, which would get it up to an A rating from here. We'll talk a bit more about insulation up when we've done the actual loft extension in the rear, but as you can see to the left of me, we've got the ensuite here, and you can see a great correlation to that as well. So you can see a bit better here the actual wardrobes itself, the different style that we've actually gone for this. So this is a concrete style with a light grey. You can get them slightly darker, but it's worked really nicely against the actual green walls. Different colour as well, and we've gone for 2 feature walls as well. With the beds, we've also got a more sturdier kind of headboard that sits on the ground, so it doesn't move easier from there. As you can see from the stairways for itself, we're sitting now on the middle floor of the property, and we've got a Kite Wonder stairs. This was actually made custom for this property, so we could centralize the stairs in the middle of the property and maximize space on both sides. Now, you would think that putting this right in the center of the property is a good move, but what you'll notice when we go upstairs is that we actually centralized this. We made it off center and put it about 1 foot back off the center towards the back of the property, so we create more space to the top in bedroom number 5, I think it is. And that way it's nice easy stairs coming up as well, and this is all fire protected to ensure that it's a safe fire exit as well. Something to think about when it comes to your fire alarms is position of your call points. So we've got a call point on every single floor, as well as the actual relevant fire extinguishers that are required by fire law in this council. Every council is completely different on what you actually need, so it's important to consult with your actual councils and know exactly what you have. Because we've been doing it in this area for over 6 years, we've done multiple different properties like this, we actually know exactly what they need, and we actually supply to fit, so it's just a matter they come in, tick the box to make sure it's all done itself. Let's jump upstairs and have a look what's happening up there. Okay, so we're in bedroom number 5. This bedroom itself is on the top floor. So what we did is we actually extended up into the loft, as we said, and we actually took out this whole property and we took it back to brick, but we also took out all the floors. So in order to go up into the loft, what we did is we lowered all the floors underneath to 2.4 meters high. So that way we could create extra height in the actual loft itself for bedroom number 6, which we'll go through in a moment. Now at the top of here is actually a flat roof, which we've got 120mm insulation on. It's a warm flat roof itself. And on all the walls, we've got 100mm insulation in the actual the cavities, and then we've also got 63mm PIR plasterboard on the outer skins as well. We wanted to go a bit over the top on this because it was higher up, and we knew that obviously heat rises itself, so try and keep as much as it in now. It's actually really hot in here at the moment, and obviously what we'll find is that this house will be very energy efficient when it comes to the heating and also our LEDs. With all our HMOs, especially external skins, we like to put on the actual insulation to all the outer walls, and that's really important. Now, the added advantage, we've got 2 other HMOs just right next to us, done exactly the same, apart from that one's just a 5-bed, but all the lofts are done. So we've got all that insulation and this house keeping it extra warm as well, which is good. So we've got an ensuite again, just to the left of mine itself, and that works out nicely. That's about 2.5 square meters, just like the other ones as well. So let's jump into bedroom number 6 and have a look at that one. So welcome to bedroom number 6. This is the last bedroom of the lot. Now, as mentioned in the previous room, we actually extended up here. Now, this is actually a sloping roof itself. Now, the reason why we didn't actually put a dormer extension like we did on the back was because we would have had to go with planning permission to get that adjustment. Now, obviously, everything here has been done under permitted development and also prior approval notice to obviously get approval for all the changes that we have made. And obviously, we've got building regs involved with regards to all the building alterations with regards to the steels, taking out all the actual floors, getting the right calculations, etc. as well, which is important. It's important when you're doing a build like this that you don't actually skimp on anything and you make sure you do things properly from the start. Now, with all the HMOs, and if you're doing HMOs, it's definitely important for yourself to do everything properly and by regulations. There's a lot of people I see cutting corners wherever they can, and it's only going to bite you in the arse a bit further down the line. Now, for us, it's important as investment to get the best maximum return out of the property, but also for longevity as well. We don't want to be going in doing refurbs 5 years down the line. We want to be making sure that the only thing we're topping up is wear and tear on paint in the kitchen communals, which we find from experience that's generally what happens from there, because we're doing everything brand new wiring, new heating, we're doing all the actual insulation work, etc. And we're trying to think further ahead so we can actually protect the longevity of the property. Now, this property this bedroom has actually got a double-sized bed in it, and it works out really nicely. I've personally stayed in this room myself, and it's nice and cozy, it's nice and warm, and what you'll find is that up in these loft rooms, they're really hot. You actually have to turn the radiators down because all the heat rises up here and it stays in here as well. Because we've got this actual open space over the bedroom, rather than putting a wardrobe in here, making it very cramped, we built the wardrobe in. We kept it open so there's no doors on there, just so it feels a bit more open within this actual room. And we've got the ensuite to my right of me as well, and yes, we managed to fit one in very easily and comfortably as well. Now, we've actually done quite a few of these now, so we've got it down to a T, and moving forward we're always tweaking and making sure we're doing things from there differently every single time and improving what we are doing, being more cost effective as well as more thinking about the long term of the property. Now, ventilation is important throughout all the en-suites, so making sure you get correct ventilation through. So it's important to consult with your local building regs or a private building control to get your advice from there. Now, if you guys want to profit from UK property with minimal time involvement, then please head to bookincall.com. That's bookincall.com. And you can book in a call with myself or one of my team to see how you can profit from UK property with minimal time involvement. Now, if you actually want to do that, then please head to bookincall.com. Otherwise, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you all next week's Refurb Wednesdays. My name's Nic Clark, and I'll see you guys next week. Make sure you like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.